Hello everyone. In my studio today, I'm working on flowers done with alcohol inks and my air compressor. I've had a lot of people ask me how I'm doing them, so I thought I would try and make a video and show you how I'm doing them. So here's just a sample of a couple of it that I've done. So these are totally done. I have coated them with Krylon Crystal Clear, and that seems to work fine and keeping my aqua, covering them and treating them, and nothing faded or moved with that. So yeah. So anyway, I am using Yupo paper, just Yupo medium paper. It's 5x7, so that's what we're going to be using today. And then I'm using Ranger inks. I'm going to use butterscotch, and then I'm going to use coral. Sorry, you can probably hear my dog talking. And then I've got 99% alcohol in my little needle nose bottle. And then of course my air compressor. So you will be hearing my air compressor in the video, and I apologize. I can't put it on the floor because it moves around. So with that, let's start. So I take my inks and I can't get my coral one open. Okay. So we'll try a different one. Parker and Gunner. That's my puppies. Let's do... Okay, so I switched my coral for my watermelon because I can't get that one open. Well, I can't get this one open either. What the heck? Oh, there, I got it. So I take my watermelon and I put a drop or two on there. Just kind of let that do its thing. And then I come in and I just kind of go around. And I've got my air compressor set on 20 psi. So I just kind of dry this like that till it's dry. Then I take my butterscotch. I'm going to put another drop or two in there. Let it do its thing, and I come back in and I dry that. And I try and move my edges so that I don't get a great big lip on the edge. So basically I'm moving it around and I'm kind of mixing the inks together. And that way I can still move it around and not have that big edge on the side when it's dry. Okay, that's dry. Okay, so I'm going to take my alcohol ink, or my alcohol, excuse me. I haven't made a video in a long time, so I'm a little nervous about this one. So I'm going to put 2 drops. And I just kind of let it sit there for a minute and kind of work that out. So with my air compressor pointing backwards, so my air is not pushing it this way, it's backwards. I just kind of push it. So that one's dry. That one didn't get as big and go forward as much. I could go over it again, but I'm not gonna, because you kind of got the gist of what I did there. So I'll put 2 more drops here. Let it sit and work those alcohol inks backwards, pointing backwards. I hope I'm not moving it around so you can't see me. And I bring it forward. And you can go from side to side to fan it out a little bit. which is what I just did. So there's that one. And I don't tape the paper down so that I'm able to move it around and get my direction going with my air compressor. So that one got a little bit of a wispy edge on it, but that's okay because I can fix that. I can come in with my Q-tip and put a little bit of rubbing alcohol on the tip of it. And I can fix that edge. But personally, it really doesn't matter because I'm going to come back in and do another set of flowers, so it'll probably go over it anyway, but just in case, I just kind of clean it off the best I can, just to kind of keep that that petal like the rest of them. I know my hand is probably in the way, and I'm sorry. So see, I could clean that one up in two and round it over, but I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna leave it because I'm just trying to show you how I'm pushing it out. And it's not a bad petal anyway. And that one's gonna split, but that's okay. Because I kind of like that. I think it looks more natural that way. So now I come back in and I start from where I was. To get these dark lines off, I will come back around and do another set of petals on it. Let that work up some of the alcohol ink. Colors are changing, they're looking pretty. This looks better with the coral in it with the yellow, but since I couldn't get that open, we're doing a watermelon. as you can see it drying. So my petals are not perfect this time around, but it's okay. They're not, that's how I like them. Petals on a flower aren't always perfect, so. And sometimes after you've already had your first set of petals go down, it's hard to move the new alcohol ink past it. It just, sometimes it doesn't want to do it. Like this one followed another side, and this one followed the other side, so it's not always perfect. Okay, so there's the flower. So now what I do is I come in with, I put the alcohol on a Q-tip again, and I just kind of clean up my center a little bit. Clean the blobs that kind of set there. Just go around. Make my center perfect as I like it. Let it dry. So you can either come in with gel pens or you can use paint pens. And I like to use the paint markers because they don't tend to make different marks on my alcohol ink to where they move. I don't like it to move. So you can come in and just put your little dots wherever you want them to be. And I think this one I'm just going to leave it with the white so that my video is not too long. I would normally take more time to do my center. But we don't want to take up your whole day working on these. So I take some wispy little edges out of the center of my flower just to make the center a little bit bigger and just give it more of a wispy little edge and and I may have to add some black because the white's kind of not staying like it should. I was using gel pens for it, but I've already wrecked a couple of my gel pens doing it, so I went to these markers. It's not sticking. Dried that paint a little bit. There we go. Just little dots, or you can draw lines. I've done the lines too, and I think the lines look really good, but I'm just trying to get a center on it for you guys. colors in this are really pretty. I'll hold it up when I'm done. This one reminds me of a hibiscus, except it doesn't have the stem with the yellow coming out. I haven't quite figured out how I want to do that yet, but that's in the works. So that's dry. I'm going to try and put a little bit more white in the center of it just because. I like the white center better, I think. So I usually do paint pour, but everything I was touching was not turning out the way I wanted, and I was so frustrated. So I was watching somebody do these, and I had an air compressor already. So I wanted to try them, and I'm kind of addicted. They are fun to make. A little bit more black in it. Just sporadically. It's not totally white. Okay, so there's that part of it. These are really kind of fast and simple to make, but they're absolutely gorgeous. The way the paint layer, or the alcohol ink layers when you're doing this is just so beautiful. Then on my little palette here, I'm going to take some lettuce color, and that's going to be my stem. I just have one of my old paint brushes that I'll put in here. And I'm not really good with my paintbrush. I used to paint with a brush all the time, but I haven't done it for a while. Just darkening this up a little bit. And there she is. Clean my brush off a little bit here. And she's done. Just like that. Get you down in there so you can see it better. You can see the flower. The colors on the flower are just really pretty. So like I said, now I will coat that with Krylon Crystal Clear. Just a couple coats, and just makes it shiny, and it actually brings the colors back to life. But as these dry, the colors get darker and darker. So I'm just having a lot of fun with these. So I really hope that this helps you and shows you how I'm doing it. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Alright guys, well I hope you have a really great day. See you soon. Bye.